Hey, thank you so much for watching and listening. So happy to have you on my YouTube channel, wherever you're listening or watching this. And of course, I want you to subscribe. Really good content. And, hello, a little bit of fun with the jokes. So here's your joke, and then we'll get it over with and move on with some encouraging content. What plant gives the best kisses? Like, what plant gives the best? Tulips. I know, right? It's so lame, but kind of funny nonetheless. So, hey, check this out. We're going to finish up our series on Not So Famous, and I'm really excited about this last episode because alternating Old Testament, New Testament, and today we're going to be looking at a woman. We don't even know her name, but we read about her in Luke chapter 7, verses 36 to 50. And this is she's just referred to as the sinful woman. Like, who isn't sinful? But this chick shows up and she comes to Simon's house. Simon is a Pharisee, a religious leader. So he's kind of like top of the heap, and pious and well respected and regarded. And this sinful woman, again, we don't know her name, she shows up at Simon's house. Right, so it's kind of like this uninvited guest, and it's not just an uninvited guest. She's like, like anathema to all these religious, high, pious, very righteous, upstanding people. Simon, right? And Simon invites Jesus for dinner. So she shows up uninvited, kind of scum, looked down on and, kind of ostracized, certainly not welcome, not an invited guest for this collection of high, pious, important people. But she shows up and it's amazing what she does. She stands behind Jesus and she bends down to his feet and she begins to cry and to weep. And with her tears, she washes Jesus' feet. With her hair, she dries his feet. She has an alabaster box of perfume. She anoints his feet. And it's this extravagant, overwhelming outpouring of love that's just like way over the top. And you just kind of think what this would be like sitting at the dinner table with Jesus. If you were invited and you watched, oh my goodness, this, less than human, sinful woman.
And she's disgusting.
Disgust.
Yes, she's drab and disgusting.
Oh.
And it says that Simon thought in his own mind, if Jesus were really a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. And that's what he thought in his mind. And as he was thinking that in his mind, Jesus says to him, Simon, I have a question for you. And it's really powerful what Jesus does. Because instead of recoiling from the sinful woman, he promotes and really lifts her up, validates her, and uses her as an example of love and overwhelming worship. And he says to Simon, when I came to your house, you didn't greet me with a kiss, but she hasn't stopped kissing my feet. You didn't wash my feet at all, but she's washed her feet with her tears. You didn't anoint my head with oil when I came in. All these normal, like it's a welcome, a customary, this is just standard polite behavior when you have somebody over for dinner, the normal things you do. Simon didn't do any of that. But this woman did more than all of that. And Jesus says to Simon, he who loves much has been forgiven much, and he who loves little has been forgiven little. And he validates her. And despite everybody in the room not being her greatest fan, Jesus is her greatest fan because her love is so extravagant and so opulent.
And I am your biggest fan. I believe in you.
But yet she's a no-name. Nobody knows her name. We don't know her name to this day. But so powerful. And I love this opulent, extravagant outpouring of love for Jesus. And I think it's easy for us to consider that when we consider how much Jesus loves us, that we love because he first loved us. So if there's a lack of love in your life, then maybe it's because you're not letting Jesus love you. If you find it difficult to love other people, love yourself, then maybe it's an indication to pause and let Jesus love you. Let Jesus express love to you. Because as you do, then that grows the love in your heart for yourself as well as the people around you. So the not so famous, the sinful woman, Nicodemus, Hushai, and Jethro, not so famous, but very, very powerful people to help us and give us examples on how we can have a really powerful impact in our lives. So here's a question for you to think about. Answer here in the comments. Is our love for Jesus expressed extravagantly, so much that it could be questioned? Right? That's what Simon did. He questioned the extravagant expression of this woman's love for Jesus and questioned that. So can our love for Jesus also be questioned because it is so extravagant? That's an interesting thing to think about. So as you think about that, write the comments here. Love to hear your feedback and your thoughts on that. And of course, make sure you hit the notification bell right there because we'll keep you posted when we put up new content. Thank you so much. We'll start a new series here in just the next week. God bless.